before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today we're going to do some updates on what's going on with my FICO scores. Well, I should say my FICO score, just one score that I'm really going to look at, and a couple of Vantage scores and the changes that took place on my credit report to get to these scores. But first, if you would like to know what's on your credit reports and your FICO scores for all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time utilizing your vehicle, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. And if you don't want to use your vehicle, or if you don't have a vehicle, you can click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below, and that way you can hire a car to Wealth Dash, so you can use those in conjunction with each other. They Hire Car and the Wealth Dasher, okay? And if you would like to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. And it's the holiday season, y'all. It's shopping time. And I know you're going to do a lot of online shopping. And I know you want some cash back just like me. I got well over $1,000 in cash back shopping online. Just click the cash back link in the description below to do so. So let's get started. I'm going to go by showing you what happened on my FICO scores. All right, so we're gonna go here with my FICO score. Just gonna show you one score right now because I'm still waiting on the updates for Equifax and TransUnion. So we're gonna just show you the one score with Experian right now, right? So right here you can see that my FICO score for Experian is at 681. So 681 is actually where you want to be. And I believe right now I'm at a 680 for all three bureaus for the FICO 8. I'm still waiting for the Equifax and TransUnion updates for the FICO 8, and that should be coming up in a few days. Right now it's the 2nd of November. But you can see right now I'm at a 681. All right. So we're going to go and show where I was last month, okay? So for all three bureaus, this is where I was last month with FICO 8. I was at a 678 with Experian. You see it says October 8th. At Equifax, I was at a 680. And TransUnion, I was at a 689. So I jumped 3 points since last month. And again, I don't know where I'm at here. With these two, I'm still waiting on that to update. So you see, this was October 8th. So I'm assuming the update will come around November 8th. But I was at a 680. So I'm going to assume this is going to go up from 680. I'm just going to assume that's going to happen. Sometimes it stays the same. But I'm going to assume that with Equifax is going to go up because of the changes that happened on my credit report. And I know TransUnion went up. Now, it's not a guarantee that it went up, but I believe it went up because it went up over at on my Vantage side as well. It went up, so I'm going to assume that it went up. Now, I want you to pay attention to down here, the 5% utilization. This is where you want to be. You want to be under 10%, and I would say for the best results, you want 3 to 7% utilization. And all utilization is by the statement closing date, which is usually 2 to 5 days after your due dates. Usually, sometimes it may be a little different, so you got to check your statements and see when your closing dates are. And also, you can check your credit reports and see when they report it, so you know what your statement closing dates are. But usually, around 2 to 5 days after the due date is the closing date. And so, once you pay your credit cards or your line of credit, you pay it down. Let's just say you pay it down to 5%. So if you had $1,000 credit limit, you pay your credit card down to $50. All right. You pay it down to $50 by the due date. So let's just say your due date is the 10th. So you want to not use the card before the 13th. Or you want to wait till after the 13th to use the card, because that's when your closing date will be. So they just say on the 10th is your due date and your closing date is the 13th. So you pay it down to $50. Remember, your limit is $1,000. So you pay it down to $50 by the 10th, but do not use that card again to the 14th if your closing date is the 13th. Like myself, on my Navy Federal credit card, I know that the 9th is the due date and my statement closing date is the 12th. So I will not use my card again until the 13th. And what Navy Federal is, it's a little different, and you might be able to know this on your credit card as well. So check. I believe American Express does this as well. But with Navy Federal, it'll tell you when your statement closing date is. It'll tell you literally on the website when you go into your credit card. When you click that credit card link to see, you know, your different balances and what you use and all that good stuff and what's your available credit, it'll tell you right there at the top. It'll tell you when your statement closing date is. So you already know. When you got to guess, you say, oh, my statement closing date is the 12th. Boom. Then I know on the 9th, it got to be paid down to $50. That's if your credit limit is $1,000. So if it's $2,000, just know it's $100. $3,000, you know it's $150. $4,000, you know it's $200. So you know what the 5% is at. So it's $50 if your credit limit is $1,000. So you know on the due date of the 9th, you pay it down to $50. Do not use that card again until after the 14th. Or if you know you're going to pay it back down to $50, you can use it, but make sure that that balance is down to $50 by the end of the 12th. I said the 14th, so you want to use it the 13th. So you want to use it the 13th. Sometimes I'll go into the 14th, but I check my credit frequently, and I check my credit cards frequently, so I'll know when the statement closing date is. So on the 13th, I'll know if it turned over already. So I already checked. But so you don't want to use your card again to the 13th or the 14th because you know that your statement closing date is the 12th. But make sure you pay it down by the 12th. I would say, to be safe, by the 11th, you want to have that statement. You want to have your balance down to $50 by the 11th. That way, you know on the 12th it's going to report $50 to the credit bureau and you will be at 5%. That's for all your credit cards. You want to make sure that you're at 5% by that statement closing date. So if you know so if you think you can't handle that, do not use the card again. Once you get it down to 5%, do not use it again after the statement closing date. All right. But if you're pretty sure you're going to pay it back down to 5%, just make sure it's down to 5% before that statement closes. That way you can get that 5% utilization. And I really want to drive that home because some people probably didn't understand in the last video that you want to make sure that that card is down to $50 by that statement closing date, because that's going to report to the bureaus. That's what they're going to report that balance. So they just say you pay it down to $50 on the 9th, but then on the 10th, you go use the card again and you put $250 on that card. You're going to be over 12%. Now, again, that's not terrible. You know, that's not terrible because, you know, you're still not really high. But let me tell you this. The authorized user card that I'm on, well, I should say, the card that I'm authorized user on, which is the American Express, that put my utilization at 10% 1 month. And my credit score dropped by like 7-8 points. So that utilization is real important. The best results is under 10%. So you want to make sure that you're definitely under 10% by that statement closing date, because that's going to have an impact. If your credit report is showing 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and then boom, 12, like in my case, it showed 10%, then it's going to drop my score. So you don't want to do that. All right. Someone left a comment on one of my videos about credit profile. That's very important. I speak about credit profile on my videos if you don't watch the whole thing through. So credit profile is great. You got to have that going. They want a good mix. They don't want a whole lot of inquiries. And that's one thing I don't have. I don't have a lot of inquiries. On my TransUnion, I only had 2 inquiries. And I believe on my Equifax, I have 3. And right now, on my Experian, I have 4. All right. But I have an auto loan. I have a real estate loan. And I have 3 credit cards reporting. And 3 credit cards at 5%. All right. Matter of fact, that's what I wanted to get to. All right. So now you see this. You see that my Experian is 678. This is for last month. You see that my Equifax is at 680. Remember, this is last month. You see it's October 8th. And my TransUnion was at 679. And I'm still waiting on Equifax and TransUnion to update. And you see at my Experian right now is at 681. Let's go back to it. You see my Experian is 681. And you saw that my utilization was at 5%. But now you see in November, my utilization is at 2%. Now, I kept my stuff kind of the same. My credit card for Navy Federal, my Navy Federal credit card is around 3%. It's at $92. It's at 3%. My First Premier credit card hasn't updated yet. It's still showing September 28th, so that hasn't updated yet. But I got a credit limit increase on my First Premier card, but that hasn't shown up yet, though. It hasn't reported. So that brought me to 6% because there was a credit limit increase fee. I expressed that in one of my previous videos. I got a credit limit increase fee, and the credit limit increase fee was $50. The increase was only $200. So I went from $700 to $900. And I paid the $12 from last month. That was the balance. I paid that off. But of course, there's a $12 monthly fee. So now my new balance is $62 of the $900. So that put me at 6%. And so that's going to make my utilization 3%. And here's why. I'm at 2% because there was also a credit limit increase on the American Express card that I'm an authorized user on. Now, not only was there a $3,000 credit limit increase, but also the balance dropped. To pay the balance down some more. So last month it was 182. This month it's at I'll show you in a second here. I'll show you in a second here. So you see here the credit limit increased to 8,700. So it increased 3,000 because remember before it was at 5,700. So it increased to 8,700, and it's going to be another 200 on here because of the First Premier card went up to $900. So now it's going to be 8,900 instead of 8,700. But I'm just waiting for the First Premier card to update. So I may see another credit score increase. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I may. But you see here, it went down to $110 for the American Express card. You see right here, it still says September 28th. But that's for the First Premier. It still says September 28th. But the American Express went up $3,000. But the balance went down to 110. So this right here is only at around 5%. This is like a rate 2%, 3% or something like that. So right. So this is around 2%. So with the balance going up to with the credit limit going up to 5,000 and the balance going down to 110, now I'm at 2% on the American Express card. All right. So this is 2%, this is 3%, and this is going to be 6%. So it's going to bring my utilization to 3% overall for my revolving credit lines. Okay. So that's what's going on with that. That's what's going on with that. But I want to show you the difference over here at the Vantage scores as well. Now you can see right here with the TransUnion Vantage score, it went up to 683. So as you can see, with my credit profile all around, even with Vantage and FICO, that I'm at 680. Remember, I always say your credit really begins around 680. So it's looking like I'm going to be 680 across the board with Vantage and FICO. I haven't got the update on my Experian Vantage yet, so I gotta look at that because that was my lowest. My Experian Vantage was my lowest. I'm not sure they're gonna be at 680, but I know right now with TransUnion and Equifax on the Vantage side, you see I'm at 683. This may go up as well because this haven't updated with the American Express or the First Premier, so this hasn't updated yet. But this just updated with at least the American Express. I don't think it's updated with the First Premier as well. But this was American Express, and I'm going to show you. As y'all know, this is Credit Karma. But here we go. 3 points went up. See what changed. And right here, you see it right here, October 30th. Amex limit increased by $3,000. Amex balance decreased by $72. Again, limit increase $3,000, balance decreased by 72. That jumped me up 3 points. So now I'm at 683 with TransUnion on the Vantage side. Okay. Then if we scroll down here, you see that my credit utilization is at 2%. So it's at 2%. All right. Now, as I told you, I only got 2 inquiries. All right. But it's at 2% for the utilization on my TransUnion. Now I'll show you over here that it didn't update with Equifax. See, I'm still at 5%. So it didn't update on this side yet. I'm still at 5%. But across the board on Vantage and FICO, I'm in the 680s, and that's where things really start to rev up for you for credit. Okay, so how you do it is you just make all your payments on time and make sure that you're at a low utilization by your statement closing date, roughly around 3 to 7% by the statement closing date. So you don't want to be using your card after your due date. You want to wait till your statement close. Or if you're going to use it, make sure you're paying it before your statement close back down to the 3 to 7%. You want to do that because you want to have that utilization low as possible, 10% or under, preferably under 10% by that statement closing date. You want that to report like that. All right. So again, I hope you got a lot out of this video. Really hope you did, because I'm trying to help you guys understand what's going on with our credit. All right. So I'm going to do another update once I have the Equifax and TransUnion update on the FICO 8 side. Then that way I can give you a 3 bureau score like I always do. I can give you a 3 bureau score on the 8th of what's going on in November, and I can show you if I increase, decrease, or stayed the same. Okay, and I'm also going to do an update on the different scores as far as auto, mortgage, and bank cards. So I'm going to do an auto score video, I'm going to do a bank card video, and I'm going to do a mortgage video. All right, so you can see those different scores as well and how it changed over time. Because I just like to show you the different things that's going on. And also with the credit profile, you want to make sure that you're paying on time, keeping utilization low, keeping your inquiries low, and adding as needed. Again, adding as needed. So with me getting the real estate loan, I won't say I needed that, but when I qualified for it, it was great. All right, because I was at a situation where I said, okay, I do want to change my my vacation. I want to change where I stay when I'm on vacation. I want to stay in better residences, or better, what they call it, better rooms. I want to stay in better rooms. So when I got there, I was able to stay in resorts now. Now I can live a resort lifestyle while I'm out vacationing. All right. So that's all that was about. It wasn't nothing that I really needed. But, you know, I don't have a lot of inquiry, so I said, why not? And my credit score was good, so I said, why not? You know, and then I didn't even know it was going to report as a mortgage. I thought it was going to be like a regular loan, but now it's reporting as a real estate loan. So now that's adding to my credit profile. Now I have 3 credit cards. I have an auto loan, and I have a real estate loan. All right. So now all I need is a personal loan. I may get that sooner or later. I don't know. I'm not sure. I may not. I kind of don't need it. But if I do that, that'll round out everything. Now I have a personal loan. But I am going to get 2 more credit cards. You know, 2 more credit cards for myself. I actually need 3 more. I got 2. So I need 3 more because they say you need 5 credit cards on your profile. You know, so, I mean, it's up to you. You don't really need it. But that's what they're saying, and round it out. So I know I'm going to get 2 more credit cards. Definitely. I'm going to get the More Rewards Amex card with Navy Federal. And I'm going to probably get the flagship credit card with Navy Federal. I'm not sure. Or I might just go with the Go Rewards, or I might go with the Cash Rewards MasterCard. I'm not sure yet. I'm definitely going to get 2 more credit cards to round out my 3 for Navy Federal. But again, if you'd like to know what's on your credit reports, your scores, and what's actually in it, so you'll know where you stand, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitor link in the description below. We'd like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time. You can click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't want to use your vehicle, or you don't have a vehicle, you can click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below, and that way you can hire the car to Wealth Dash around. All right. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. And with it being the holiday season, we know you're going to be doing that shopping, especially online. Go ahead and click the Cashback link in the description below so you can get cash back while you're shopping. If you like the video, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Awasi, and until the next video, everybody, let's get this money.